Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are off on a very odd bike ride today. We've got very strange fuel sources. I will discuss that in a little bit, but it's not going great. It is not going great. It's very bland and the energy systems are very low. So without further ado, let's get into why. Good morning. This is probably the most rogue stuff I'm going to talk about on my YouTube channel. But I've spoken for a while about the gut issues I've been having, especially around training, and they just seem to be getting worse since Port Mac. So I was always getting like this bloating, like feeling like I was going to shit myself type feeling, running off the bike, and sometimes in just standalone runs, which I've never had in the whole 6 years of doing triathlon. So I've gone through a few tests, you know, like the regular stuff to tick off. We're now doing a SIBO test, a small intestine bacterial overgrowth test, which apparently is like there's too much bad bacteria, not enough good bacteria, which can trigger like sensitivities and allergy related symptoms to like certain foods. I guess sort of like IBS type symptoms. This is where the problem comes in. Each test takes 3 hours to actually complete. The 24 hours prior to the test, all you can eat is like white rice, boiled chicken, eggs, like real basic stuff. You can't have sugars, you can't have fruit or vegetables, you can't have seeds or nuts or grains, you can't have like honey. It's super restrictive. You can have black coffee. Right now, I'm about to go for a 3-hour ride, and this is the only day I really have to prep for the test. Like, this is the only day that works in this week that I can set out from morning to night to say, I only eat these things. And so all I've had for breakfast is white toast. Now I've got a 3-hour ride to do, and in the microwave I've got white rice cooking. I'm gonna put some salt in my drink bottle. I don't know how much to put in. Probably gonna overdo it. I don't know, cooking some chicken up. I don't know if you take chicken on a bike ride, is that weird? Dirty bench. We found some chicken, which is frozen. I'm gonna take the chicken. I'm gonna try and break some of this chicken off and take some chicken on a bike ride. I know it's weird, but you know, what else do you do? Try and roll it up somehow. At least, oh God. I don't know how I'm gonna eat this. But just, there we go, in that, and then I'm gonna stick it in a Ziploc bag. Okay guys, so today's ride is going to be roughly 80 k's up through Eltham, Mount Pleasant. We'll go up through Kangaroo Ground and Panton Hill before summiting up to Kinglake, and then pretty much turn around and head straight back. So it's quite a lot of climbing for this ride, but I just love the climbing, especially on the road bike. I'm a sucker for it. Now, because it's winter in Melbourne, it is a little bit of extra prep of getting some extra layers, extra gear on to keep warm. The shoe covers, some gloves, long sleeve thermal wear. Otherwise, I can tell you, you get very, very cold. I don't know about you guys, but my toes and fingers just freeze so easily, especially when it's frosty or a bit icy or foggy. Like, they go so numb that I can't even feel them. The other thing that is a must is a vest to keep your chest warm from the wind. So as we head out on this ride going towards Eltham, I won't say where I've ridden from because I don't think it's safe to be telling people exactly what suburb you live in on here. But essentially I start in the northeastern suburbs and I make my way towards Eltham, and from Eltham I go up through Mount Pleasant. Now, at the start of the ride is a bit of navigating traffic lights and some quite busy roads before I actually get to some nice areas to ride in where the traffic dies off and there is less traffic lights. Just going through Mount Pleasant now, which is absolutely beautiful. If you are from Melbourne and you haven't ridden through Mount Pleasant, It is a very stunning but a little bit bitey kind of loop. So it's about 5Ks all up and around 450 meters of climbing in just a short little stint.
Ugh, that's just gross. Chicken. That's still part frozen chicken as well. But I'm so hungry already. Hey.
So from Mount Pleasant we head out through some rolling terrain of Kangaroo Ground and Panton Hill, just along the main road there. It can get quite narrow in some sections and you just got to be on the alert for traffic. What I find is some people just love to pass really close. I don't know whether they're trying to scare you, whether they just can't drive. After Panton Hill we head through St Andrews and Smith's Gully, down a bit of a descent before getting to the base of Kinglake. Kinglake is a steady 7-kilometre climb with about 4% grade.
The sun keeps popping its head out. It's so nice. I finished my chicken and we are about almost halfway through the ride. We're just going up Kinglake now, so we're about a K or so into the climb. It's a 7K climb. The energy, all I want is something sweet. Like, I just want to drink some sweet drink mix, eat some lollies or something. But that's it's not happening right now. Oh. It is icy up here. Oh my god. So icy. I don't know why I ever think Kinglake will be as warm as it is down the bottom, because it never is. It's always freezing and foggy or icy. Okay, so the nutrition I've got left now is rice. That's so sad. I can't even eat this. Oh yeah, I don't know why I put in this. Oh, that is so bland. Delicious. It's like eating hard water, but not ice. If that makes sense. If anyone lives on a training diet of just rice, just sad. It's so depressing. Like, I feel like this would be alright if you like mix some honey or a jam with it. Maybe if it was hard and it wasn't like a mushy mess, but just rice. Not a vibe. Right, so new plan. I've just dumped it out of the lab wrap into this Ziploc, and we're just going to do this to eat it as we're riding. That's the plan.
So leaving Kinglake, it's obviously very foggy and very wet. So as you know, we just come up the climb. Now we're going to descend back down, and it's quite a windy road going down Kinglake. So you have to be very, very careful when you're descending in this sort of weather, because as you can see, it's pretty icy and there's a lot of moss on the road as well. We're definitely not going to be setting any PRs or QOMs descending Kinglake today. Today is basically just about being super cautious until you get to the bottom. But it is a bit like day and night from the top to the bottom, because as you can see now, it's quite dry and we're almost at the bottom of the mountain. So sometimes when you're at the top, it is very cold, icy. I've even been up there when it's been snowing, and then you get back down the bottom and it's actually a lot warmer.
A lot warmer down here than it was up the top of Kinglake, but I feel like I'm a little bit delusional because it's still freezing today. It's lovely. Lovely out here, away from the rat race. Very highly recommended ride.
So from there, you basically just follow your nose back the way you came, back through St Andrews, Panton Hill to Kangaroo Ground. Here I actually got stuck behind a tractor, which is a first for me, being stuck behind a motor vehicle. Usually, obviously, they're stuck behind me. But it was nice to get some free draft for a little while. Just munching away on my rice that is going to sustain me until I get home. A few key things to be aware of on this sort of ride is debris on the road and in the gutters. So it's quite hard to ride on the shoulder sometimes because there's a lot of stones and sticks. The roads are 80-kilometre roads in most sections, and they're single lane, and there's not always a shoulder to ride in, so be aware of traffic. Then obviously it is quite far out and there's not a lot of places to stop in between, so things like water and toilet stops can be a little bit of a distance between. So just make sure you're stocked up with things like spares and a couple of bottles of water. And don't forget your bike lights. Whilst they may not be that crucial riding around the city or the suburbs, they are very vital to have out in the country and outer suburbs where visibility is a bit lower and there may be a long distance between vehicles. It's illegal to not have a rear light on your bike.
Right. It was 80 Ks with a lot of climbing. I'll have to double check that. 1,700 meters I'm gonna estimate. The rice, it was alright. Like, it wasn't amazing, but not terrible. It's just so bland. I've got a little run off to do, so I'm gonna eat this. Right, we're just doing a 4K off the bike. Just getting the legs used to running off the bike again, because it's been a couple of months now since I'm in Australia, and July, August, September, 3 months, September, just under, crazy. So just building some of those skills and movement patterns back in before we ramp things up. This week is going to be a pretty big week of training actually, so if you want to follow along for that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will post. Right, I am so hungry. So hungry, oh my gosh. I'm gonna go food shopping later, and on this bland diet for today, that's gonna be bad. It's gonna be so bad because I'm gonna buy everything and not be able to eat it, but I'm gonna have cravings to buy so many nice things. It's gonna be dangerous. Guys, this is the worst. I'm like on Google just like asking everything. Can I have tuna? Can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have peanut butter? Can I have... It's just like, no. So far I've worked out I can have white rice, white bread, eggs, boiled chicken, or like baked chicken, olive oil, Nuttelex, basically any like fats that are not high fiber or lactose in them, so no dairy, no nuts, no seeds, no fiber, no... It's like basically cook up a pot of rice, chuck a couple of eggs in or some chicken in, and chuck some salt on it. That's gonna be your diet for the day. Oh my god. So this is the delicious lunch. Sorry, it's horrid. It's rice, eggs, and chicken. Oh my gosh, it's steaming up my phone here. Oh, it's just, how good does it look? Oh, and bone broth. At least it's got a bit of flavour, but should put some salt in as well. It's gonna be so delicious. It doesn't need salt. Makes me want to cry a little bit. It's so boring. Oh, I feel for people that actually live like this is the diet they live on.